Previously.
The A&A kit, meth, fuel system, and a monster clutch.
Turned out nice.
Yep, ready for the dyno.
So now this is done. What's your next project?
That blue C6 Z was a victim of the valve issue with the C6 Z07.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it dropped the valve, so.
Oh, there's the valve. That sucks. So unfortunately, this is what happens when the head problem is not taken care of. So just getting a whole new short block.
Long block.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
I mean, assuming the heads are probably screwed up, but sometimes you can fix them.
I mean, we'll do our heads,
Yep.
and we got believe a Texas Speed short block.
Okay, nice. And that's
then,
already here.
Yes, it is.
All right. All right. So you're gonna start taking this apart today.
Yep, I'm gonna tear this down, get the engine out of it, and it is getting heads cam, headers, and a clutch.
Nice.
What's up, Frank? Alrighty. Hey, you too. There's our FedEx man, Frank. Great guy. Great man. Once the engine's out, then I'll tear down the block to get what I need for the new one.
Okay.
But I probably won't take the heads off until later.
All right.
You don't even need to take the heads off at all, really.
Exactly, that's what I was saying, but I'm sure we'll take them off just to see what happens.
Yeah. Well, Eric's got the engine and trans and everything out.
Good.
So did you find out anything on this yet?
Look at the number 2 exhaust port.
I can't see.
You
I
tell
don't have
me.
a Flashlight. All right, let me
I
see
mean, you
this.
can go down the line with valve, valve stem, but no valve.
That's good.
It's hard to see, I guess, for you. But
Yeah, it is. So most likely where it's hollow on the valve stem probably broke off the actual part of the top of the valve.
yeah, the intake manifold's full metal.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I'll have to rip this thing apart eventually. But
Yeah, 'cause oh yeah. I found the go. Want to know where to go at? Mining. Oh, there's the valve.
no, that's the piston. Or that is the valve.
That is
yeah, there's the valve right
That's
there.
That's the valve right
Right,
there.
I thought you were look back there. There's
I'm
a,
talking
yeah,
about
I know, I see it, but you see the piston back here?
Oh, I see that too. Hold on, let me turn this down. Golly.
Golly. Here's the valve. Let me grab it.
Yeah, grab the valve. Golly.
Yes, he
Golly.
did. Yes, he
I'm
did.
trying to be PG, okay? I'm not trying to beat my own. Yeah, there it is.
That's something to hang on to.
Wall of shame right there. Yep.
There she is.
Gee whiz.
Gee Willikers. That's what it is.
I'm trying to be PG, okay? Someone's got to.
Gee Willikers.
Yeah. It's pretty gnarly. Yep, there it is.
I want to send that to Bill.
And you can see kind of where the stem meets it. The stem, the rest of the actual valve is hollow. Yeah, well, there's piston. Guys, the valve stem issue is not an issue. There's no issue at all. Yeah. So what's the game plan? Were you just taking everything off, putting the short block on here, and then building it back up, throw it back in?
Yep.
Okay. Expensive repair. Unfortunately, that's what happens when you don't take care of the valve problem. And instead of potentially $4,000 or $5,000, now you've got probably $15,000. That sucks. Everybody thinks it can't happen to them.
Forgot this thing has factory cats on it.
Yeah. So we did a cam package. We didn't do a baseline because it had a kind of ticking noise. But all we did was a cam package.
And I think our normal cam with an auto and these will make like, didn't we just do one like 2 weeks ago? Made like 440 something, I think.
Was it an auto or manual?
I think it was auto.
Okay, makes sense. I mean,
the manuals will make like 480 or 470 something.
Yeah, right in that neighborhood. L99, and they typically won't see baselines in the 360.
So this is basically factory exhaust besides the manifolds themselves.
Yeah. Yep. Mufflers too. It just says GM Performance on the mufflers.
So it'll have, this is a 2010, so it'll have both sets of cats in it.
Yeah.
I think 10s have the cats and then another set of cats or resonators or something else.
It's quiet.
Yeah.
Plus whatever intake it is, I'm not sure. It looks like a K&N.
I can't see. Yeah. Yeah, I made the first pull. I'm like, man, that's low. And I completely forgot it had stock cats on it.
Yeah. It's definitely a hold back.
Yeah. Whatever. I mean, it is what it is. Sucks we don't have a baseline, though.
I know. We didn't want a baseline. It'd be a lift.
Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. You never want to baseline something that has a potential issue going on.
Right.
Dude, like I've had cars back in the day. LS6s were very common if you put blowers on it for the cam bolts backing out. Mm-hmm. They'd have a 343 code, which is like a high efficiency cam sensor code. You could basically tell the cam was walking forward too close to the sensor and it would set that code. I had a guy drive his car to my shop, said I had a check engine light. I saw the code and the car had a blower on it. I saw the code and I'm like, do not even start this thing again. I probably still have pictures of it. We pulled the car apart and I literally touched the cam gear and the cam gear fell out.
Wow.
It couldn't completely fall off because the bolts were all the way backed out and they were just riding on the front of the inside of the timing cover, like, so it couldn't fall off. But I literally touched it. It was like ding. If he would have like revved that car, it would have grenaded the motor.
Oh, for sure.
I'd probably still have pictures of it somewhere.
See if you can find them.
I will. It was a long time ago.
I believe it.
It was like when I first started the shop. Within probably 2 years of me starting this place is when it was. It was a long time ago.
Back when you actually used to work on LS1, LS6s.
Yeah, and I physically worked on that. I was my only employee. It was me for like 3.5 years. But yes, back when we did them. Ancient times. Alright, I mean, I guess this thing is what it is.
Probably be faster, at least for the customer, but not going to be impressive as far as any numbers.
Yeah, no, not until we put headers on this thing. I mean, headers will probably pick this thing up 40 to 50 wheel, yeah.
Easily.
Even probably gutting the cats would probably pick it up.
Sure.
20 or more.
Yeah, but with those manifolds, if they're already leaking, I wouldn't even want to.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know whose manifolds or headers, technically headers they are, but I mean, it's a shorty header that goes into a factory cat. So it's only this big. It's probably not much better in reality than a stock cast manifold.
That's even what Matt said. Matt was like, well,
probably not.
He was like, I want to put a stock manifold back on.
Yeah, it probably is the same, honestly. The manifolds on the 5th gen Camaros are actually not bad. For a factory, that's what's on Louis' car, is on a twin turbo kit. Not a lot of people, but we use them on Louis' car because it's kind of like a log style manifold, nice. Dude, the LT manifolds, if they were the same bolt pattern as an LS, they're like the ultimate turbo manifold. Because it's like an actual header, you know, but it's like nice, but it's a different flange, so.
And it'd be kind of too much to really change that up.
Yeah, it'd be too much change the flange, but yeah. They're nice. I guess I'll see what else I can get out of this thing. Maybe 410?
Yeah.
Problem is, you do a bunch of pulls back to back on a factory cat, it's going to get hot and it's going to lose power.
Right.
So if I let it cool and stuff like that, you know, it'll be all right. But on a dyno, it might not be all that impressive.
Well, we'll see what it does.
Yeah.
Well, Eric's got it all apart. Let's see
the intake valve snapped off too, and is in this in here somewhere. I might have pulled it out last night. I can't remember. Okay. I did have it, but there's all your carnage.
Yep, that's pretty much most of the piston. You can see the side of it. Let's take a look at the inside of the engine here. Oh man. Yeah, something's missing right there, for sure. Big old crack here. Block is toast.
Toast.
Absolutely toast. There's not a valve guide valve problem. There's not.
Yeah, you gotta find out the hard way.
There's not. There's not a problem.
I don't know what I did with the intake valve, but that really doesn't matter.
Let's take a look at the head. Oh yeah. Snapped off. This one snapped off too, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't you grab your flashlight.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just to show them how.
Because this is not the one that initially broke. All the carnage. Yeah, all the carnage caused this one to break. This is a solid one. But this is the hollow one. And that's what initially broke. Caused to bang around in the piston, slap, break the piston apart. Piston came up, probably snapped this apart.
As we tried to show them yesterday with this.
Yeah, there's the hollow bit. God, your light is so damn bright, I gotta like stop.
There's your
exhaust valve.
Exhaust valve with the hollow, but you can see if you look in there that it's hollow.
Yeah. Yep.
They are CNC ported from the factory, just in case you were wondering. This is a 100% stock, bone stock LS7 head.
Yeah, especially because, so one way to tell is,
there's your GM casting number right there on the side.
I was gonna say, there's your GM casting number, as you can see. Now when these do get CNC'd, or at least when we send them out, and most companies, when they mill them, a lot of the stuff gets shaved off. So this gets cleaned up, and this number will disappear. And then the milling goes down here as well. But let's show you, there is the head number right there. GM. Definitely sucks to find out the hard way. And for those of you wondering, this thing was completely stock. Stock manifolds, stock intake, stock cam, stock everything. Completely stock. Eric, do you know how many miles are on this thing? We'll check the mileage later, but we've had ones numerous times, mileage all over, from 10,000 to 60,000, and anywhere in between, and even more. So. Eric's got the engine back in this thing.
It certainly looks like it.
Well, not back in. You got the new engine in, but yeah, it does look like it. Thank you. I know, I'm Captain Obvious. American Racing headers. This thing is desperately going to need a wash afterwards.
Yeah, desperately.
Desperately. So you excited for LS Fest, there, Eric?
Oh yeah. Of course I am. I'm bringing my own GoPro this year.
There you go. Which one did you? Oh, you used mine last year?
Yep.
That's right.
We made it to LS Fest. You know I had to stop you, right?
Yes.
For Steve. LS swap everything.
Yeah, you didn't do that bad of a job. What is yours in like decent settings at least?
1080, 80, or the 60 frames?
Yeah, 1080 60 frames is perfect. Just put it in normal, don't leave it in wide.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that, but I'll figure it out.
I'll show you. I think it's called linear. You'll see it.
This thing's almost ready to run, baby.
I was kind of just thinking the same thing.
Gotta put the rest of the exhaust up. A bear in.
I'm assuming Fran doesn't need to flash anything with it.
No.
It's basically a stock injector and everything that was in it before, just a short block.
You got it.
Well, if you get it going, then maybe we'll push it outside to wash. So obviously that was the old intake manifold. It's not worth cleaning it up and risking something. We put a brand new one on. Eric also cleaned out all the lines, the dry sump, everything. Good job. Yeah, I'm pretty good. From 0 to hero in like 2 days. Not bad. This is one that came to us with a drop valve. We put a brand new Texas Speed short block in it with our head scan package.
Yeah. And read the thing about Kevin Hart. I guess he broke his back.
Oh, did he? Yeah, I saw the thing this week.
He wasn't the driver either.
No. But he was in it.
It was his car.
Yeah.
The thing was sick. There was some other article floating around saying he was paralyzed, but it was from like some bullshit website.
Snoops.
So I knew it wasn't real, but yeah, I guess he broke his back. That sucks, man. Car was fucked up.
Oh yeah.
It looked like they cut the roof off.
Look at you got out alive.
Yeah. This thing have cats and on it, you know?
Eric, you said cats, right? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, our basic package stock intake manifold though, with cats. So we also have the braking oil in this as well, that driven stuff.
Oh, that's right.
1040.
That's why it's not making the same power. It's a heavier rotating assembly.
That's it.
Yeah, it's not a stock choke block. I forgot about that. Yeah, this thing came in
Yeah.
kapow, kaboom.
Valve
Kablam.
problem doesn't exist. It was only on 1 year only. What is that?
I said kapow, kaboom, kablam, like the old school cartoons.
I got you.
So
Little
you
bubbles.
have to
No,
edit
I don't
in
wanna
when I
do
go
that.
like that. You
It's
gotta
gonna
like
take too much time.
that's what I want. And even you have to do it every time we even just reenacted me doing it.
Come on. I'm just gonna show a video of you doing that. Look at it. What the hell's wrong with it?
That's fine. That's
Spazzing
fine
out.
too. I don't think there's many miles on this thing.
Yeah, I wanted to know that too, how many miles are on it.
It helped if I'm hitting the right button. 23,000.
Okay. We've seen him at all. 20, we've seen him 23, we've seen him at 10, we've seen him at 90.
Yeah.
We've seen 07.
Mine had 6.
9s, 13. It doesn't matter to you.
Doesn't matter here. This is a 7.
So right now, Fran, KP, Angry Eric, and Matt are all at LS Fest in Kentucky. So if you're out that way and you're at LS Fest, make sure you give them a shout. They will be racing. I believe KP is going to be racing her new race car as well. Fran is going to be racing his. So for next week, there will be some LS Fest footage. And on Friday's episode, I will bring you some race footage from Yellow Bullet. So stay tuned, subscribe. We'll see you on Friday.